Question number 1.
Okay.
Question number 1. Question number 1. How did you feel during the ceremony?
I was nervous, but I stayed empty-headed during the ceremony, so I was able to cope while being anxious. She looked good walking down the aisle and stayed looking good while being next to me. It made me happy to see her as my bride. I remember her hands being very cold. She was just so beautiful. It's hard to put into words without having to repeat myself of how beautiful she is. She's prettier in her daily outfit though. What do you think?
Yee!
My best friend Max was my witness for the signing. I've known him my entire life here in Australia, and I wouldn't have picked anybody else to be my best man. Him being there was very meaningful to me, especially with my history of keeping friends. Seeing him there and seeing how much we've grown as a person, it added another layer to the happiness I felt while holding my wife's hand. Cookies flew all the way from the south with his girlfriend to be at the ceremony, and I cannot be more grateful. Footage in this video was taken by them, and the day would have been much more difficult without their help during the event. I've known Cookies for a few years, and I appreciate how far he would go to help us out. He's a great friend, and his presence has this magic that makes everything easier for everyone. Put that in your resume, Cookies. I'm also thankful to my family for being there. I know there are some members missing, which I might get to explaining in a different video. Everyone who was present during that ceremony was the closest people I have in my family. And although the date of the ceremony wasn't convenient for all, they still made time to be there. I'm lucky to have them in my life. Shout out to Jennifer's friends as well, considering how we're missing the other half of the families. It was very nice of them to turn up to the event and celebrate our marriage with us. How did you feel during the ceremony?
We start the ceremony actually from the moment we start taking photos in the morning. And when we're taking photos, I feel like, it's so awkward. Everybody look at me. Look at us. Some people look at us like strangely, like staring at us. Some people is like, congratulations. Some people are smiling to us. I don't know what to do. So then I feel a little bit nervous when I was waiting in the bride's room, I think. And just by myself. And I keep looking at myself in the mirror. Tell me to relax, relax, relax. It's fine. It's gonna be quick. Then it was like, when I walked past through the alley, I was like, let's go, let's do it. Then everybody tell me, slow down, slow down, slow down. You're too quick. So I was nervous. Then I just look at your eyes. Then I feel like I'm not nervous anymore as long as I look at you. That's it. That's why I feel. Yeah, at the end moment is like, whoa, it's finished. We did it. It's done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Question number 2. Was the marriage done exactly the way you expected?
This is not how I imagined a marriage to be, but I'm glad that it was the way it was. I always thought marriage was done in a church, with the bride's father walking his daughter down the aisle. You know, the traditional Christian marriage. I was worried that there would be a lot of people watching, and I don't do too well under a lot of attention. For our marriage, we wanted the same thing. We wanted a very private marriage. No one needs to know about it. We wanted to get it done without the stress of organizing a venue or layout, or worrying about our guests and their expectations. Due to the legal requirement of marriage, we had to invite a small group of people to be the witnesses, but I only invited the people closest to me, and so did my wife, so I felt okay during the ceremony. Was this marriage done exactly the way you expected?
Kind of. Yeah, most of them is. Like, I don't like a lot of people around. I don't like invite people that I don't know. Like my mom's friends, my parents' friends, or someone that I don't know. So it make it awkward. I wish my parents or my family are here, but we can make it in the future. When we go back to China, have a dinner together.
We can have a wedding.
No wedding.
We can have a big wedding with
No,
your family.
I don't want that. If you want to do it, you do it by yourself with my parents.
Without the wife?
Yeah. I'm gonna sitting underneath and just eat, watch.
So you're there?
I'm just sitting there. I'm not the bride.
But you have to join. If I'm there.
Question number 3. How does it feel now that you two are married?
It feels no different. It shouldn't feel any different. I see marriage as a statement I have to make to my friends and family that this is the person I want to spend my entire life on. My belief is that before I get married, I should experience all angles of my current relationship. And based on that, I should figure out if I still feel the same about the love for my partner. We dated for 5 years, and it only improved the way I feel for my wife. I've seen her worst, I've shown my worst, and at the end of the day, we always resolve our issues fairly quickly, and it's back to laughing as usual. I always loved her from the bottom of my heart, and I always will. Marriage shouldn't change anything. It's nice to be able to call her my wife, though. Feels like an achievement. How does it feel now that you two are married? Or us two are married?
Not much changed. Like, we still need to work. Both of us. We're going to work, come back. Well, still like before we get married. It's the same. Our life basically is a married couple already for past few years. But sometimes I just suddenly realize, it's a legal things now. I can't just leave you anymore.
Yeah.
Like when I talk to my friends, sometimes I will say, my partner or my boyfriend. I'll realize, no, it's not boyfriend anymore. It's husband. It's a little bit awkward. Not awkward, just feel like weird. But probably need some time to get used to it.
Easy for me, because I've always struggled, trying to, call you what. Like, at what title, before it was partner. And then sometimes girlfriend, sometimes fiance. And then now, it's just one thing, which is wife. I'm pretty happy.
Good job. Last question. Do you want to make any other comment? Last question. Do you want to make any other comments on that day?
The day went smoothly. I'm a husband with a wife now, and I love her very much.
Eee!
Do you want to make any other comments on that day?
I'll say thank you to everyone. Thank you for Max coming, your family side coming. Thank you for Cookie and her thank you for Cookie and his girlfriend. Thank you so much. And also thank you for my side co-worker. They're coming. I'm happy they're coming. Then they all prepare a gift for us, stuff for us. Thank you. Thank you so much. And on that day, remind me that we should lose weight. We both look too fat on the photo. Like the cheek is double chin. on the photo.
Mm-hmm.
The cheek is coming out. The belly is coming out. The back, needs Photoshop. So like, we should lose weight. It's important. And it's both of us, not only me.
We'll see.
You too.
We'll see.
On the photo, your belly is coming out. And now I know what to do, so next time I will know what to do too.
What is next time? What is the next marriage ceremony? What's that? Okay, we'll see. You're right, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
But I still think some parts I could do better. Like flour, we didn't think about it to solve it. We got lazy I got lazy when I prepared the wedding. I feel like we have enough time. Then at the last moment, where's my shoes? Where's my dress? It wasn't the perfect one. But I still just used it. And we didn't using flour like that. Still, some parts of feel like myself is not really perfect. I should lose weight more. Find a perfect shoes, dress. See, the dress still on the way. It's still not coming, and I can't cancel it. It's been a week after ceremony, but it's still on the way coming. Yeah. What's the point I have it? But the ceremony is what I saw. Yeah.
Like with my mother's marriage ceremony, I only remember the signing part. Right? They announced themselves man and wife, and then they kissed, and then they sit down to sign the paper. And that was everything. There was no flower or anything. So I didn't think to get the flowers. I didn't think it was going to be that important. Okay, done.
Thank you.
Good job.
You're closer to her. Okay, would you like to face to me? And thank you everyone, you can all take a seat. A little bit closer, please. We're getting married today. Okay, now how about holding hands together? Thank you, that's better. Cold. I know, it's not called feet, it's called hands because it's cold. Alright now. Good morning everyone.
Morning.
My name is Remy. I am duly authorized by law to solemnize marriages according to law for Mikey and Jennifer. We are gathered here today to share with you this occasion when you have chosen to become husband and wife. At this moment, the future stretches before you, rich in its possibilities, for there is little that contains greater promise of happiness than the linking of lives by marriage. Within the framework of commitment and loyalty in marriage, and through tolerance, patience, and courage, may the love and affection which you have for one another develop into a deep and lasting relationship. Before you are joined in marriage in my presence, and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and binding nature of the relationship into which you are now about to enter. Marriage, according to law in Australia, is the union of two people to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Now you face each other now. Hold hands together. Relax.
I call upon the persons here present to witness that I, Mikey Nakada, take you, lead out
To be my lawful
to be my lawful wife.
Call upon the presence here
present to
present to witness that I, wait out, take you, Mikey Nakada, to be my lawful wedded husband.
I go for the rings now, please. Let's get the ring. Press in.
Taking this ring as a token of my marriage, as a sign of my love and fidelity.
The groom's ring, please. As you have consented together in lawful marriage, in the presence of these witnesses, and by the giving and receiving of these rings, by the authority vested in me, it gives me the great pleasure to now pronounce you